All right, what we're going to be working on today is the review for the ramp and power test. Start off with the force normal. That's this guy. It goes straight into the ramp. That's the force normal. The force weight goes straight down into the earth. So we've got those two done. The mass of an object. All right, to find force weight, it's pretty easy. Force weight is going to be mass times gravity. On the test, you'll have this, but I'm not going to be giving you that as far as telling you, hey, if you ask me what's FW, you need to know what FW is. MG, you'll have that, but you won't know that that's mass times gravity. So mass times gravity will give you the force weight. A ramp this is our typical question. Our ramp is 3 meters long, 2 meters high. We have a 250 Newton box on it. And we need to solve for, first of all, normal force. Normal force, again, you'll have this equation. You'll just have to know how to work it. It's going to be the force weight times cosine the angle. So that tells us we got to find the angle. In all of these type of problems, probably the best thing to do is to get the angle first. You know all your trig functions, which are sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over the hypotenuse, and the tangent is the opposite over the adjacent. And we know that if we are looking for the angle, it's going to be the inverse sine of all of them if you're looking for the angle. So here we're looking for the angle. So it's going to be sine theta inverse sine is equal to the opposite, which is 2. We're opposite that angle, over 3. And so when we go inverse sine in our calculator, remember you're going to hit this button right here, inverse sine, 2 divided by 3, and it should shoot out the answer of, let's see, what should it spit out? It should be 41.8. So that gives us that. We plug it back into this equation. We plug that angle in there. The work input is going to be what you did. So that's going to be you pushing the box up, which would be the normal force, times the distance of the ramp. Will give you work input. It's what you did. The work output is simply going to be the force weight and how high you pick it up. The efficiency, it's going to be work output over work input, and that number should always be less than 1. Mechanical advantage will always be more than 1. That's going to be your force weight over your force normal. This involves the power equation. Power is going to be, because you are actually pushing it up the ramp, so because you're doing it, it's going to be your work input divided by time gives you power. And then finally, this is a drawing that'll have, if it takes a ramp that big at this angle, how tall is the truck? So you would just be looking for the opposite. So that paints us into sine, opposite and hypotenuse, sine of 60. We don't have to worry about the, sorry about that. So we have the sine of 60 will be equal to the opposite, which we don't know, over the hypotenuse, 2.5. Rearrange that equation to get 2.5 times sine 60. Get the answer. I'm going to post the answers on Twitter. Hopefully this helped. If you have any questions, tweet me, and I will hopefully be able to get back to you. So all the answers to this review should be posted here shortly.